Sexual and reproductive health and rights, or SRHR, encompasses physical, emotional, mental, and social well-being in relation to sexuality and reproduction. It's a fundamental human right that should be guaranteed for all persons. Despite this, sexual and reproductive health and rights for lesbian, bisexual, and queer women is often overlooked, even though it's crucial for their overall well-being. LBQ persons often face stigma and discrimination in healthcare settings. This includes harmful misconceptions like LBQ women don't need abortion services. Added to this, systems and policies for things like family planning services and assisted reproductive technologies are often designed for cis hetero women. Overall, lesbian, bisexual, and queer women have sexual and reproductive health needs that are not being met, and this is violating their fundamental right to health.
Hi, mabuhay! I'm Jana General. I'm from the Philippines and I represent Galang in this workshop.
Hello, my name is Pinky Singha and I'm from A Fabulous in India.
Hi, I'm Zoom from Thailand. I'm a part of a group called Feminist Friend Meeting, or Feminit. We are based in Khon Kaen, in the northeastern part of Thailand.
I'm Helene from Sexology Project. It's a sex ed organization in Japan.
When I started exploring my sexuality, I realized that as a pansexual woman, as a queer woman myself, accessing services with OBGYNs, I was scared of being discriminated, especially when doctors would often ask me, have you gotten pregnant? How's your sexual life? How's your sexual experience? And those are questions that I'm not really comfortable with answering, especially because I grew up with a very conservative family. Even though I'm from the health sector, I would usually advise patients of where to go and what services they need. But at the end of the day, even I myself also find it difficult to access these services because of my sexual orientation and gender identity.
The major challenges include the cisgenderism and binarism. A lot of practitioners and professionals are very much predominantly male. Some of them can lack a lot of perspective of women. We're not considered to have gender diverse perspective. It can be very heteronormative culture to access the health sector services. Other challenges could include lack of resource, including human resource, financial resource, and lack of time and things like that can actually be related and associated.
The healthcare facility are not LBQ friendly, so there are some unique challenges that as an LBQ individual people will go through. Whether it's doctor or especially people who we reach out to in case of our sexual health, whether it's STIs or any kind of like UTIs, and we share with the facilitator that we identify from so-and-so community. So they often fails to understand or accept those unique challenges, and we kind of end up having or not getting the not so correct or right information on that way.
The education system does not offer comprehensive sex education, and it's mostly really cis heteronormative. So as an LBQ person, I learn a lot outside of the education system, for example from the internet or from a friend or from this workshop, for example. And also I feel like the people who work in the medical field, they often dismiss our experiences or feelings. For example, if we have like a terrible period pain, they would just say that, oh, that's normal. So I feel like that there's some like patriarchal biases in the medical field.
It was actually good that Galang was invited at the SRHR for All National Dialogue. It was a 2-day dialogue where SRHR concerns were discussed, and then there were also breakout sessions and activities that let us explore our sexuality and our at pleasure. And I think that it's very important to invite LGBTQ people in these spaces. So that's how the community in the Philippines gathered and discussed SRHR concerns, and moving forward, what we need to do to encourage the government to give better SRHR services, not only focusing on maternal health. On World Sexual Health Day last September 4, we posted in our social media accounts that sexuality or positive sexual health is not just the eradication of diseases, but also building positive relationships. And that means building community engagements, and also building trust, building open communication, as well as just promoting pleasure and non-violence.
As of now, it's more on individual level, where whenever we encounter spaces or individuals where people are not aware about the unique challenges that an LGBTQ individual go through, we kind of discuss it on one-on-one level. On the next step, we try to do sensitization programs with healthcare facilities, with doctors, with healthcare providers both in private and government, telling them about the diversity in terms of sexuality, of how women can identify themselves, and what can be their unique health related challenges which they should do be aware about and not be ignorant.
Feminist friend meeting, as the name suggests, we usually focus on building a community. Maybe that's called community engagement. So we normally set up like a talking circle that's super casual and friendly for everyone to join. In my experience, we just organized one session that was about orgasm, and we invited our sexologist friends to join. It was fun to be able to explore our pleasure, our health, and the taboos. We set up talking circles about different topics. When our sexologist friend came, they also brought their sex toys for us to touch and play. So I feel like it's working. As what I heard from the participants, they thought that some people have never seen it in their lives because it's not illegal in Thailand yet, and they feel safe when the circle consists of women or LGBTQ people that can understand them, and we can share and we can talk about our sexuality without having to worry that we will be judged or we will punished for it.
This workshop has been very enlightening for me. It's very insightful. What I learned about this from everyone in this workshop is that we have our own struggles. They may be a bit different from each other, and we may be tempted to just stay in our bubble. This is our concern. We're already burned out. We don't have the energy to reach out to anyone else outside our struggling communities. But in the end, collective action will overcome those struggles. So it's important to have this kind of conversations where we learn from each other's struggles, and then we learn from each other's strategies, because some of the strategies we will surely bring them back home. And I think these are important things that we should consider and replicate in our organizations, because if we want to deliver, if we want to further our advocacy to communities, to grassroots organizations, grassroots communities, to policy level discussions, we should all be coming from a standpoint wherein we are genuine with our advocacy, with what we want to deliver, with what we want to achieve. So yeah, those are some of the things that I really loved about this workshop, and I hope to be able to join for future workshops that AFLN will be offering to LGBTQ women like me.
This workshop was an eye-opener. Initially, when I started, I understand SRHR for not too many lenses. Growing up, it was more into how to understand my sexuality, how I can explore my sexuality, and how important it is to take care of the sexual health. But after attending this workshop, it kind of opened a wide range of it, that it's not only about expressing your sexuality, but it's also about your autonomy, what control you should have, or should be able to access the rights on your own body, and asking for your rights when it comes to accessing equal, or you say inclusive sexual health related services, to be able to get the right information when it comes to your sexual health, which we have been fed to heteronormative binary lens. So this workshop kind of had opened so many like doors and windows for me, that there's so much to learn. One word that I'm gonna take away from the workshop is the comprehensive SRHR, which was like alien to me.
So from this workshop, I learned that there are so many different levels of advocacy that I can contribute to. For example, our group has only been doing the community engagement. We only set up like talking circles, right? But I also learned that maybe we can, with enough resources and information, maybe we can also produce some like social media content where it could reach our target audience, which are like young people in the local community. Maybe we can like translate the resources into Thai language so that it's easier to access for our local community. That's what I thought, but actually we will need to discuss which is like with each other first, of like what we really want to do. But definitely I will share these information with my friend group, my team.
I mean, privileged. I feel like it's an honor for me to actually join this kind of program, to be connected with so many activists who are from different countries and they have different contexts, however, are working in a similar projects and work and have the similar goals. So it ensures the importance of our work, and at the same time, it gives me some learnings, like how lobbying and shadow reports, advocacy also has a lot of values, not just the work that we do for the people like learners and like education and trainings. So it does emphasize a lot of focus on the social change of the SRHR. So I think that's something that I want to take away.